Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips and here's our review of Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, starring Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek. Here we'll give you our spoiler-free rundown of the film, our overall thoughts, and final rating. Let's get started. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard follows the story of Michael Bryce, an unlicensed bodyguard who struggles with PTSD after his last life-threatening mission. With his license on the line, he vows to avoid guns or any sort of weapons as part of a violence detox leading up to his hearing. That is until Sonia Kincaid, the volatile wife of Hitman Darius, arrives with another mission, leading Bryce over the edge as the trio are forced to stop a powerful madman from destroying Europe. What made Hitman's Bodyguard and many others in the action comedy genre successful was its ability to ride the line of well-choreographed but intense action, the comedic timing of its jokes, and the charisma of its lead characters. But beyond that, very little is memorable in these types of films in terms of their plot or villains, as everything rests on the shoulders of the reluctant best friend dynamic. This managed to work extremely well in the original film, as both Reynolds and Jackson have made a career of blunt deliveries and lack of sugarcoating their dialogue. But what stuck out was Hayek's occasional appearance as the hot-headed, incarcerated wife of Darius. So the producers decided to double down on this character's likability in the first film and give her a starring role in the sequel. Unfortunately, it was not a successful gamble. The overuse of Sonia makes her hot-headed dialogue feel too gimmicky, but that lines up with the tone of this film, which is pretty much riding on the coattails of the original. The constant action cliches, all too familiar beats, and subpar story round out the average feeling of this film. You barely even remember that Antonio Banderas was in the film. Not even the charisma of Reynolds and Jackson helped to muster something salvageable, as their screen time together is a shadow of their original dynamic. However, the film does manage to have an enjoyable backbone, with Bryce's desire to avoid violence at all costs to reclaim his previous license. This protagonist's journey is exceptionally delivered just by the natural crass nature of Reynolds. If only that was all a film needed. Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is a tired, self-indulgent action comedy that starts off strong, but quickly dives headfirst into the barrel of cliché. It tries to deliver the intense action and raunchy comedy of its predecessor, only to fall flat on its face by overusing parts that did better in moderation, while focusing less on the areas that matter most in storytelling. This film is a decent enough sequel that fans of the first should be entertained, but as a standalone story, it is forgettable at best. So I'm gonna give Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard a 5.5. And that's our review of Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. If you've seen it, what did you think of the movie? Did you like the story? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips, and thanks for watching.